Freedom. For the first time in centuries, the Israelites walked out of Egypt with their heads lifted high. The chains were gone, the whip was silent, hope finally breathed again. But freedom came with a test. Behind them, the dust of Pharaoh's army rose like a storm. Chariots, warriors, the most powerful military force on earth, furious, relentless, determined to drag them back into slavery. Ahead of them, a sea. A massive, impassable wall of water stretching to the horizon. No boats, no bridges, no escape. Panic swept through the camp. Children cried, mothers trembled. Men stared helplessly at the impossible trap. But Moses stood firm, staff in hand, feet planted in faith, and declared words that echo across history. Do not be afraid. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. The people watched as the wind began to howl. The sea roared. And then something the world had never seen before. Water began to split, to rise, to form towering walls on both sides as a dry path stretched across the seafloor like a divine highway. God didn't remove the sea, He transformed it. Israel stepped into the impossible, walking where no human had ever walked, surrounded by water held in place by the command of the Creator. Behind them, Pharaoh's army charged into the same path, blind with fury, deaf to warning, racing into a trap they couldn't see. And when the last Israelites stepped onto the far shore, God said, "Now!" The walls of water collapsed. The sea returned with thunderous force, crushing chariots, drowning soldiers, ending Egypt's pursuit once and for all. Silence followed, then relief, then worship. On the far side of the Red Sea, a nation stood reborn not as slaves, but as a people protected, guided, and delivered by God Himself. The Red Sea reminds us of one truth. When there is no way, when the enemy is close, when fear crushes the heart, God can carve a path through the impossible. And sometimes, the obstacle that terrifies you the most becomes the very place where God displays His greatest strength. Thanks for watching. If this story encouraged you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this.